Hey guys, welcome to another battle vid. Yes, this one is between the Xbox One and the PS4 a year later. So basically, I'm trying to find out in 2014, because this is pretty much the end of the year now, which is the better console to pick up between the Xbox One and the PS4. So let's find out, because this will be a fan debate that all of you are going to complain about, and I love it. Now, both consoles have been out for a year, as I mentioned, with the PlayStation 4 launching first and the Xbox One following about a week later. Currently, the PlayStation 4 leads in sales, but both of them are really home entertainment gaming consoles. They provide a mixture of both gaming in terms of AAA titles, as well as indie titles, and of course, lots of entertainment apps. Now, before we get into which is better or which is worse, let's take a look at each console individually and see how they stack up in terms of what they provide and how we've experienced it in the last year. So let's start off with the PlayStation 4. Now, this console launched in November 2013, about November 15th, and it's all black with, of course, a shiny black side on the left, which is replaceable apparently, and of course a matte black finish. Two USB ports in the front, and those are the only two USB ports you find on this console. Powered by AMD processors, from the GPU to the 8-core AMD processor, core processor. It's got 8 gigs of RAM. It's got a Blu-ray drive. At the rear, you do have HDMI out, of course, Ethernet jack, a proprietary port for the iToy, optical, as well as a power port, and that's pretty much it. It's a very slim console, something you can slide into your living room area with ease, and also give a very nice polished finish. Now, there's also a new controller, the DualShock 4, that has a couple of new features like a trackpad in the center, which gives you some new gameplay options, also some multimedia options. You do have a speaker in the center. It's got a wider grip, more comfortable, I think. You also have the share and option button, and share allows you to automatically record gameplay by just tapping to take screenshots or double tapping to record some gameplay on your system. The new UI is much improved, much easier to navigate, and thank God, because the PlayStation 3 UI was something that needed revamping. It's much easier to navigate through. You also have entertainment applications to access in Sony's media store, but it leaves a lot to be desired. It's not as much as I would like as an entertainment guy. Now, you do have a PlayStation Plus, which allows you to play online with better online connectivity, and that's great, because PlayStation really needed it, and I think they've done a very good job with what they've provided so far. Now, in terms of games, Sony has launched PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now allows you to get into a back catalog of PlayStation games, PlayStation 3, 2, and 1, and it's a great idea, except it's a rental service and you have to rent individual games rather than a subscription service. Sony is promising that they will come up with that, and it is a nice service, and I think something that a lot of people can look forward to, hopefully, once they fix that subscription service in there, or the subscription idea for the service overall. But this is where Sony actually shines. Things like PlayStation Now, as well as also indie titles. One of them is like a game like the Swapper here, and indie titles are a way where Sony has done a lot to basically cover up for the lack of AAA titles. I think there are a lot of really cool indie titles you can go ahead and buy and pick up and play that really do a very good job at highlighting some of the other sides, gaming sides of the PlayStation 4, allowing you to basically jump in and out of it, smaller games and smaller titles, which is very, very nice. But still, they do have AAA titles available on the PlayStation 4. One of them exclusively, of course, is infamous Second Son. It's a solid title, one that came out earlier in the year, and something that a lot of people can definitely pick up. And I think, it's a fun title to play, and showcases some of the abilities of the PlayStation 4. But again, it's quite limiting, because the other big title for the PS4 is actually Destiny, and even though that's a AAA title, it really isn't an exclusive. Destiny is fun, it's great. The lead console to play definitely is the PS4. So with all that in mind, how much does a PlayStation 4 cost now, and why should I be picking one up? Well, current bundle prices are around $399, and you can get the PlayStation 4 with a couple of bundles, which include games like Destiny for $399, NBA. This is all from GameStop, so you can check it out there. Little Big Planet 3, Far Cry 4, a couple of bundles, well priced for console and game there. And at $399, that is not a bad deal there for the PlayStation 4. So that is what Sony's PlayStation 4 currently offers right now. Now, taking a look at the Xbox One, Microsoft's all-black console here, but now available in other colors. It does come with a Blu-ray drive powered again by AMD processors. Spec-wise is literally similar to your PS4, except it's got 8 GB of RAM with 5 GB used for gaming. The rest is used for OS and other things with its custom Windows-based OS. It's actually 3 operating systems in one. But one of the things I like about the Xbox One is actually its HDMI in or pass-through. Allows you to pass through your cable box through your Xbox One. You also have 2 USB ports at the back, proprietary port for Connect, Ethernet jack, power plug, and you know, you have your plethora of ports in there. So that's nice. Now the console is a little bit thicker and larger, as you can see. Comes with 500 GB of storage, and of course there's an extra third USB port on the left hand side of the console next to the reset button. So it's got 3 USB ports. It's got similar hardware to PS4, bulkier, but it's also got a newer controller. The Xbox One controller, I think, is a much better and probably the best controller for this generation compared to the PS4 controller. I like it anyway. It's got a menu button and a start button and a share button. Those are the 2 buttons. Share button allows you to share content. Now you have Connect. Connect is one of those things a lot of people don't like. I like it because I can easily tell Connect to take me to one entertainment app or another, and it works fairly well. There have been improvements over the last couple of months, and I like Connect. I want to see it grow, but now you can get the Xbox One without Connect. The operating system is very smooth. You can see some of that HDMI pass-through. Having your TV within your Xbox One, to me, is a great feature, meaning I can game, I can switch out of gaming and jump in and out whenever I choose. And also I can snap content. That is a cool thing about the Xbox One in multitasking while you're actually using the Xbox One. In terms of all the different applications there, you can see I'm snapping Hulu on the right. I have Call of Duty on the left. I believe that's Ghost, and I can watch content while gaming at the same time. Great. I love that fact about the Xbox One. It's really a multimedia system hub. Now Microsoft has done a lot in improving the system from month to month, and they've been doing a lot of things with the monthly updates, and this is just the November update. That's why I said November. Which they've done to improve a lot of mistakes that they had off the bat. I agree, Microsoft had so many issues off the bat, but you can see, first off, there are a lot of more applications on the Xbox Ones that you can actually use for viewing content in terms of multimedia, but also the monthly updates bring new things, brought in HBO Go, brought in Plex, brought in custom background, as well as tweeting out content, YouTube. So all these updates have been amounting to more and more features on the Xbox One. So on the entertainment side of things, I think Microsoft has really leaped above Sony in terms of content, in terms of what you can view, and in terms of how you can handle your console overall, especially paired with the Xbox Smart Glass app. It does a lot in helping you to actually use your Xbox One very, very fluidly in terms of just sharing content and viewing, and also just tweeting out and messaging, all that fun stuff. Coming to games, now indie games, Microsoft is sorely lacking, and I definitely agree, but they do have a partnership with EA for the EA Access Hub, which is a subscription hub to all EA games. Now this is a better, to me right now, a better alternative of what Sony has with PlayStation Now, because you don't have to rent the games. You can actually play a bunch of EA games free, and then also buy games at a cheaper amount, like 10% off. So that's nice, and I think that's a good start. Hopefully they can get more companies aboard, and maybe Microsoft can eventually have its own just subscription service that covers a whole plethora of gaming companies and publishers altogether. So I do like that aspect. When it comes to AAA titles, I think they've done a good job. Titanfall was one of the first ones they had that really set the mark in terms of AAA titles for the Xbox One. It's a game that everybody, I think, should definitely pick up for the console. But at launch, there was also Forza Motorsports 5, a 1080p title that really showcases the full power of the Xbox One. You had games like Rome, which were Rise, Son of Rome, which is a little bit of a misstep. But you also have newer games now on the console that literally take advantage of what the Xbox One tries to offer, like Halo Master Chief Collection, which, yes, they are older games. They're Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, but remastered, and it looks fabulous, as you can see on screen. You know, this is something you can pick up for the Xbox One. Even if you're not a Halo fan, this is still a worthwhile pickup because you're getting 4 games for $60 with everything unlocked on there. So these are the kind of things that I think games that Microsoft has at least put out for the Xbox One has really taken advantage of that. And not forgetting games like Sunset Overdrive also, which is you know, a third-party game from Insomniac, and again a solid title you can definitely pick up you know, to play on your Xbox One. With that said, how much is the Xbox One currently going for? You know, is it something cheaper than its original $500 price point that Microsoft had put out? Considering you don't have the Kinect anymore, you can get the Xbox One for $349 bundles now with different games like Assassin's Creed bundles available. You also have a Assassin's Creed and Kinect bundle for $449. So the pricing for the Xbox One has now come down to places where most consumers really can look at it and say, yes, this is an affordable bundle I can pick up. As you can see, that Kinect Assassin's Creed bundle is cheaper than a PS4. So Microsoft has really gone aggressive, at least right now, currently towards the end of 2014, in terms of pricing for their latest console. Now we've taken a closer look at both consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One. They both offer very distinct feature sets. Now the PS4 offers, of course, Sony says, full 1080p content in terms of all their games, and most of their games show up at 1080p. They also have a plethora of indie titles to pick from, and of course they do have PlayStation Now, which allows you to play backward compatible games on your PS4 but at a rental price. Now looking at the Xbox One, Microsoft offers an entertainment hub in terms of applications like Plex, HBO Go, Hulu, and the rest of them. You can think of that. And also the HDMI pass-through, so you can actually make your Xbox One your home entertainment hub. They do have better AAA titles, in my opinion, than what you find on the PS4, and also it does offer Kinect, so you do have that extra audio control in terms of how you use your Xbox One. So with that in mind, and looking at the different feature sets from the PS4 and the Xbox One, I have to make my decision on what I think is the better console in 2014 between the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So let's go ahead and round up this battle vid. So at the end of the day, we've gone through all the different specs, games, extra features, bundles, and all the different aspects between the Xbox One and the PS4. And right now, for me, the console I have to definitely pick for 2014 is the Xbox One. Yes, PS4 fanboys are going to complain, but let's be practical and let's be reasonable here. Microsoft has done a lot this 2014 with the Xbox One. First of all, there's monthly updates in improving the system, in fixing things that were broken, fixing things that it was supposed to represent, but they've done it on a consistent basis. I like that about the Xbox One. The HDMI pass-through is golden. For me, that is a great feature and something that I like, and the fact that, you know what, it's an entertainment system. Yes, it's a gaming console also, but it's also an entertainment system. Also, you do have a plethora of solid AAA titles, better than what I have on the PS4. Yes, I do have some good games on the PS4 in terms of AAA titles, but the Xbox One pretty much has more of that for me in tow than I can get on the PS4. Now, yes, the Xbox One doesn't do well in terms of indie games, but that's going to improve. And of course, that's also a segment that I think eventually you're going to see more and more from. The other aspect too is that the Xbox One does a very good job in terms of entertainment. I have more applications that I use in terms of entertainment that I can use on the Xbox One. I have NFL Live, I have fantasy football, I also have Plex and HBO Go. Seriously, PlayStation doesn't have that. That's a problem. For me, you know, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I want to get as many features as possible. And you know, I like that it's there. And also it has Kinect. Yes, you know, you can get Kinect separately. There are different bundles. They've taken it off. But I like Kinect, unlike some people. You know, I think Kinect works very well. I'd love to see how it changes in the future, of course, when this is upgraded to Windows 10 on the Xbox One and we'll be running Cortana instead of Kinect. So I think that'll be huge improvements. Of course, not taking away anything from the PlayStation 4. Sony has announced a plethora of titles that will be coming out in 2015, which we can revisit then in terms of things like Final Fantasy VII. Also talked about games like Uncharted, the new Uncharted 4, an exclusive Street Fighter, and also a new God of War. So those kind of things, yes, will help the PlayStation 4 in 2015. But for 2014, it's the Xbox One. So guys, if you have any questions or any comments, or you're not happy with my pick, tell me why you prefer the PS4 over the Xbox One, or tell me why you actually agree with me and you're taking the Xbox One over the PS4. Well, a lot of people agreed on that fact on Black Friday, so I think I'm right. But anyway, leave me your thoughts, guys. So if you have any questions, other than this, let me know. Otherwise, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and favorite this video. And also do subscribe to the channel, top right-hand corner of your screen or down in the description below. It's Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy your entertainment.